So the fact that I hadn't even plugged my microphone in, I guess means that I haven't even streamed from this location yet. But I've been here so long. Time has been flying. 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 Thanks for the happy birthdays. I'm in a hotel room, but I understand that the ceiling looks like a shipping container. Yes, I am in Raleigh, North Carolina, to discuss my corporate takeover of Epic Mega Games. I offered them $250 to buy their company, so we'll see. We'll see if they accept that offer. Who knows? I might own the Unreal Engine tomorrow if they accept the offer. That's a breaking news story. Okay, so somebody sent me a list of some typos in the how-tos. All right. I'm going to commit that. We've got so many people in the beta now for the compiler. You wouldn't even believe it. It's not more people than use the Unreal Engine. It's so many people. So many people. So many people. This was me trying to figure out something that doesn't matter anymore. How many of the 20 new invites were accepted? I think I sent out about 22 and 20 have been accepted. Like there's 2 people that haven't replied yet. This looks like a Java tutorial from 10 years ago. This is what LLVM looks like. Yeah, I try to fix bugs with pretty short turnaround. I got reports of it was 4 bug reports, but 2 of them were the same bug. So I got reports of 3 different bugs this morning that I hadn't read that email until around 6 p.m. And 2 of them are now fixed. The third one is really non-trivial and will take some time. So that's why we're going to play video games instead of fixing bugs. But, you know, I try to turn the bugs around pretty fast. Like, I try to fix them pretty quickly and not let them backlog, right? So, like, the number of unhandled bug reports right now, it's definitely a single-digit integer. I think it's like 3, something like that. Now, who knows how long that will last, but that's how it is right now. It's just all three of them are kind of non-trivial and require intelligent decisions to be made. How old am I in hexadecimal? I don't know. Okay. I think I could play some video games. Oh, let's update this. We'll see if it updates while we play. Okay. Oh, I was going to say, can you see the game? But of course I can't see the game. All right. Dude, how many times are you going to reset the display while starting up? Oh no, flashing lights. All right, can you guys see this? Does it look centered? Okay. Hopefully you still see it. Will this run well? I don't know. Probably not. Graphics. This is custom. I think it probably works. Every other frame? What kind of a... Whatever happened to swap tear? Okay, we're going to try something. Sorry, I had the audio off. Do you have audio? Okay. Good. It'll get annoying. Oh, good thing they hosed my entire display resolution. How's that? I turned it down by some decibels. Mic kind of low. I can't do anything about that. It's at max. It's maxed out. I maxed out my microphone credit card. All right. Campaign. Part 1. Fight. Oh man, this is not fast. Okay, we okay, we're we may be playing a different game. Okay, that's better. Why is there schmutz on the screen, man? Hold and drag. It still feels very loose, like turning feels loose. I'm kind of getting a headache from it. The nonlinear screen distortion is an interesting choice, but I don't think I like it. What are they doing that for field of view purposes? Let me see. No, the field of view is still, it's like 87 degrees horizontally, which is not that high. Yeah, I'm getting a headache from trying to play this. It's weird. We might not be able to do it. Oh, barrel distortion. Okay, that might make it better. I don't know, man. Why'd they do that? Did they think that's better? Is it just style? I don't like the way my guy lurches. Like, human beings don't like tilt sideways like they're on a boat when they move. That's not how it works. Alright. Unless you're a robot. I don't. How do I pick this up? They're saying they explode when thrown, but I can't pick it up. Oh, was I supposed to read like what to do somewhere that I didn't? Why is it motion blurring the sledgehammer, dude? Motion blur is turned off. Options, input, head bob. Oh my god. So much better. Now I might not actually get sick playing this game. Okay, I didn't read something that I was supposed to read. Maybe. Oh, are you going to make me... No, okay. Oh my god, it's so slow. Okay, you need someone to knock it over. I just clicked without reading this. Okay, so I just need to take it down, which means I need to figure out how to pick up the propane tanks. That was not really better than anything. Fuck. Dude, why are these controls so confusing? Alright. That's good though, because we didn't waste our propane tank. Kind of don't understand. I feel like my sledgehammer is better than these. Okay. Dude, I'm healthing myself down. Somehow I don't think this is structurally sound. Okay. That's not helpful. Okay, so I can't really do anything with bricks. Maybe I can get that to fall over? Hopefully not kill me when it falls down. Dude, I feel like I'm playing Shipbreaker : Hardball or whatever it is. This is an educational game because it teaches you how building demolition works in real life. You know, I like to talk about how people don't appreciate the degree to which games really are very educational. And, yeah. I like... These are like not really worth... Unless I could load them all up on a truck, which I don't think I can do. Oh, 0.1. Escape vehicle. Did I just vandalize? Oh, I can use the machinery. All right. I guess I didn't hit E correctly. What city am I in? I'm in Raleigh, North Carolina. It's okay, we needed to build housing anyway. Is there a computer in there? Yes. So this is like the level that they showed in the trailer 6 months ago or whenever. Large fires will trigger the alarm. Well, if I don't do a large fire, then it should be fine, right? It's not quick save if you have to hit escape. Do you not know anything about video game history? Okay. Okay. Okay, that wasn't locked. Office, Harbor Office, Factory. So, because that's Harbor Office. This is Factory. Where is computer machine? That's probably Factory. Why can't I go like, huh? It's okay. It's totally fine. Are those like open or is there glass? Oh, look, there's a door. So this is going to be one of these you come back to the map a bunch of times situations. It's a locked door. All right. $45. Okay, well that's how we could start large fires. Let me go back and get the other one, since we know that like alarms are not going off on this. What's my getaway vehicle? Oh, that? Okay. So then the other one is like, oh wait, this isn't. Which one was it? That? It was that. I got turned around for a second. So the third one is office. Oh, which is that. Okay. It says, it's where it says office, everybody. Imagine that. Is that valuable? No. Whoops. I didn't mean to do that. My mouse hit my cable. "50 Shades of Capitalism." How come that computer isn't valuable? Can I open it from the inside? Nope. Let's minimize the damage. I have $130. That's like more than I have in real life. Clue. Clue. Clue, like in Tron Legacy. Come on, bruh. Nope. What? Okay, that's not how it should go. So this is the part of all these physics games that I think is lame. Like, it's not a good game to do this kind of box stacking scenario. It's just... Dude, it's not even good in Half-Life Alyx, where they have like super high-tech VR controllers. It's especially not good at a slow, laggy frame rate. Oh god. That's not even going to get me where I want to go anyway, because I want to get on the roof. Which means I want to get up high. I was like up there, right? And then like if I was on these, which I don't think I could jump to from here, but I could if I brought a box up. Or a barrel. Yeah, like this, like dragging physics objects around is, I'm sorry, but it's very weak sauce. It's not good. It's like you're playing Goat Simulator, but unironically. Wait. Am I not? Wait. Get to the escape vehicle. I know, bro. That is not what we're doing here. Okay, so was this... That's the office. $600! I sure hope this guy's a bad guy. Can I get in this tower? Probably, maybe. Moon gravity. All right, let's go. There's probably more valuable things like over there. Should we go over there? Yeah, okay, let's do it. Come on, bro. Life of crime. I feel like that was more than 12 minutes. I feel like it's counting frames and the frames are slow. Yep. That transition's way too slow. Oh, of course, again, it could be tied to frame rate. Employee login devices. "60 seconds after alarm." All right, we're going to need some fuel. We're going to have a chewy marshmallow with brown butter and sea salt snack. It's pretty okay. So we pretty much want to go 1, 2, 3, and then leave, right? Or maybe just 1, 2, 3, but actually it doesn't really, these are not that far different in terms of distance from this. So I think we're 1, 2, 3, and out. $400. I'm really good at this game. Okay, so like sit up here. 1. And then we go here, we go here. We book it this way. And then I kind of think we want to go on the roof to get into that second building, because I feel like we're not just going to be able to walk in, but let's see. Like it is in there, right? Yeah. So, and they kind of want me to do it without explosives. Oh no, wait. We can go in this way. But like, I don't think so, guys. I think we come in the roof. Okay. So, it's a little high. But I think what we do what we did before. Of course, if I miss that jump, that's going to be really annoying with a timer counting down. Can I like rotate this? No. Oh, I kind of can push it with the mouse wheel. That's interesting. So I can kind of do... I kind of just want to make it a little bit of an easier jump, right? Like kind of against the wall. Dude, that's exactly what I don't want to happen. See, if that, like, that's the problem with this strat, is if I miss that jump, it's basically GG's. Oh, this isn't even where we go up. And again, with the weird gummy frame rate, it's kind of hard. So like, it's actually 2 jumps, right? Oh God, maybe I don't want to do this way. Maybe I want to do like here. You know, this is better, honestly. Right? So it's like... Oh wait, if I just get up on those pipes like I did before, is that good? No, probably not. It's not that good. Okay. So I get the thing. I just come running out. I fall off. I come down here. What? This guy can't like stationary jump very well. Okay. Okay, flaw in that plan. At least they have this mouse wheel thing. That's pretty okay. Might well be faster just to go down through the frickin' house, but whatever. Okay, so this is where we need to go. So we yank that one. That's number 2. And then what? Then we want to get, that's the 3rd one across the water there. I mean, if I could jump that, that would be great. All right. Drop through there. Come up here. Grab the 3rd one. Drop back down. Right. Boom. And then we book it out. And then there. Okay. Well, let's see if we can do this plan. All right, ready? Get ready to count. Because I don't want to like use my iPhone. Oh wait, we go up here. Because I'm using iPhone for the chat. All right, so I'm going to say ready, set, go. And when I say go, someone start a timer. All right, I might even forget what to do. So we might be over, but anyway. And let me even, I'm going to save. All right, so ready, set, go. Oh God, I already am going the wrong way. Okay, wait, scratch this, restart. It's 2nd level. 2nd level. Okay, so we're gonna make that, more obvious. All right, so we're gonna be here. All right, ready, set, go. Dude, I feel so slow, dude. No! Rip. Oh my God, dude. I can't with this frame rate, guys. I might just have to not... How did I make that fine the first time and now I can't do it? What's going on? Maybe I need to put an extra barrel here. Okay. So we're going to be way over 60, but we'll see. Okay, so 2, grab, Go, 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 go. And then if we miss this one, we're really hosed. Moon gravity. Three. And out, and then run a couple seconds and car. All right. I think that's way more than 60 seconds, but I don't know what else I could like drive a vehicle some of the distance. I could not miss, I mean the jumps obviously. Let's try and fix that. Let's give ourselves like one more thing to jump off up there. But yeah, with the controls this pokey, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it, honestly. Like at all, like after many tries. I brought my lucky orange barrel instead of these stupid yellow barrels. So if I just do that, right? So I'm up here, I go bam, bam. Okay, that's a lot better. All right, so we're gonna try this. Minute 50. We'll try it. All right, quick save. Ready. Dude, I can't. It like the mouse sensitivity spiked due to frame rate or something. Okay, there's no way, dude. I just can't move fast enough. Never say never, though. God, I'm stuck on the things. I should have cleared that out. Fudge! Rip. I would have had it if it wasn't for that. It's just so, dude, it's so hard to aim jumps to begin with. And then at this frame rate, it's just, I might just not be able to play, honestly. Okay, I didn't know that that wasn't going to open from the back. For some reason, oh, whoops. I hope that didn't hose my quick load. For some reason, oh my God, it erases the quick load when you do that. Oh God. All right, I can't play this right now. It destroyed my whole thing because I picked the wrong menu option. And it won't run on a laptop like this. That was a minute and a half. Yeah, it's like the whole game is time dilated because it's running slow. So that's partly why it feels like moon gravity and it's so hard to control, right? And it's also probably why I had a minute and a half real time to do that. Yeah, I think that would be much more enjoyable on a fast machine. So I'm going to save it for the fast machine. So now we're going to learn about Professor Derrida. Why didn't this update go? It renders a ton of voxels, but I don't necessarily know, like, I don't really know how many triangles that was. It might actually be a reasonable number. Simulates a ton of physics? Probably not, no. It's probably not simulating that much physics. Okay, well, this Signifier update apparently is 20 terabytes. So we just may not be able to play the game. Real-time GI and planar reflections. Yeah, it would be the... Then why doesn't it give me the option to turn off the global illumination? Probably because it won't look good at all. Can't I lower the settings? I lowered every setting. I mean, the only one I didn't lower any further was resolution, but we were at 75% render scale, which is, 720p or whatever. There was a Steam restart prompt. Yeah, but it did restart. Didn't you see, like, it started... Oh, you couldn't see it spewing out all my friends because it's under the camera. No, Steam just restarted for whatever reason. Oh my God, it's 10 gigabytes, guys. We're not playing this tonight. Well, I mean, didn't I already have the game downloaded? Yeah, this is an update. I sure hope it's significant. Why are games so big? Well, there's two different questions. Why are games so big? And then why are updates so big, right? Games are so big usually, honestly, because the developers don't try to compress them very much because they've got other things on their mind, or they're using Unity. This game is probably not that well compressed. Like the amount of disk space required by the witness was like 3 gigs, I think. Now, we weren't trying to go for a very hyper-real style, and that does affect things, but, still. 11 gigs for what is probably a medium budget indie game. I don't know. We'll see when we play it. Do I mean compress the textures? I mean lots of things. Like just make sure your textures are the size that you actually use them at. That'll save a lot of space for a lot of games. You know, make sure your geometry is reasonably compressed. Make sure your light maps are compressed. All that stuff. Audio takes a ton of space. Compress the audio. Dude, audio is 1D. Texture maps are 2D. Texture maps take way more space than audio. Well, I think that might be it for gaming for tonight. You always hear the argument that compression of audio is bad for load times. That's not true. That is completely false. Whoever said that didn't know what they're talking about. No, you can, like, so for The Witness, we decompress audio dynamically while you play the game. It's fine. Also on Sokoban, actually. Maybe switching the Steam server helps. I mean, I'm on hotel Wi-Fi. I don't know how fast it is. Short audio clips are uncompressed wave for The Witness. No, they're add PCM. I think they're add PCM. MP3 players from 1998 can decompress audio. That is true. But the thing you have to keep in mind is, A, you don't have the whole CPU to do it. Well, except you do because it's a multi-core machine and you're probably not using all your cores that well. So you probably could dedicate one to audio. But B, you have to play a lot more than one sound at any given time. Like some games, I mean, for The Witness, we tried to keep the mix sparse and it was just like, you know, maybe we maxed out at around 20 or 30 sounds at a time, but some games are like hundreds. I think that's a little excessive and you probably shouldn't do hundreds, even just for clarity purposes, but some games do. So, you know, but still, Your computer is hundreds of times faster than a computer from 1998 at least, so it shouldn't be a problem. All right, well, I'll leave this updating all night. And maybe it'll be done in the morning, or maybe it'll go down in the middle. What if I go offline? Wouldn't it let me play the game without updating? Well, now that it's mid-update, who knows? Who knows? Like, I just downloaded this game last week. Why is there 10 gigabytes? Well, what should we do? Maybe that's a good time to end the stream. I could do compiler programming or something, but oh, I know. We could do a little bit of gameplay programming on the Sokoban game. There's some stuff there that's pretty easy. Like on the compiler, the next thing I want to do is like non-trivial. And you know, it's 11 p.m., which I start getting tired around 11 p.m. So like starting really hard things, or not even hard, but like things that are consequential at 11 p.m. is not typically the way I like to do it these days. My birthday was yesterday. It is not today, it is yesterday. Slight irony with the witness pushing video content on the first update. That is true. It's true. It wasn't 10 gigabytes though. It was like the whole file size. It was like 3 because Sony's patching system forced us to do that, unfortunately. Play Gloomwood demo. I feel like I've seen Gloomwood and wasn't into it. Didn't we play this? What game was this? Oh, we played this. We played this for like all the way through or something. Yeah, no. We're not playing that again. Played that on stream. What brings me to Eastern Standard Time? The fact that California is a failed state and is rapidly exploding. Why was Monday a witness holiday? Did I try Spelunky too? Yep. Massachusetts is handled well as far as America goes. I mean, I kind of disagree with that, but it's better than California. It's better than California. All right. Well, we're going to leave this running. I'm going to close that. We're going to read that later. We're going to read that later. We're gonna go to the Twitch stream and change the stream title to somewhat trivial gameplay programming. Dude, even this is going slow. Like, what? great. No, no, I don't want a new Emacs. I want an existing Emacs. So we're going to do a little bit of Sokoban game stuff. Now, in the game, we have these level sets, right? We have this whole folder of level sets, and these are just groups of levels, right? And each one of these files has just basically a bunch of level names. So if I go to like Heroes and Stones, this just has, it's got comments and then names of levels, and that's basically all that it is. Now, what I want to do is add a thing that says, hey, at some point, if you're playing through these levels, go to the overworld, right? Like kick the player out of the current level and go to the overworld. Why? Because sometimes we might want to do it for plot reasons. Like, hey, maybe we're going to do a cutscene or something. And sometimes we might want to do it just like because you finished some sequence of stuff and then there's maybe a choice about where to go. And so I'm thinking I just want to do that for now. We might want to do this in a more sophisticated way later, but I'm thinking I just want to say, hey, if there's a level name that starts with a star, it's a command, and it could be something like you know, just like choice, right? Choid. No, not almost a naughty word. Okay. So if you say like star choice or star plot or whatever, it'll just kick you out of the level, right? And so first we want to parse that, and then we want to use it. And the way I want to use it, I think these are going to be pretty sparse. So I think on the level set, there's just going to be an array of what level index this happened at, right? And then anytime you finish a particular level, we know what index that is. And we're going to go to the next one. But before we go to the next one, we'll check to see if that index is in this array, right? So pretty simple. I said it was pretty trivial, but you know, once you have these things, people can use them and so forth. So we're going to just start in Heroes and Stones. And we're just going to put this after circuit for now, because you know, maybe this will be just a really fast level and then we solve it and then we go. Do you hope Texas lasts a bit longer? Well, I mean, if you've seen from the election results, the blue state people from California are like bleeding into all the Southwest states there. So I don't know about Texas, man. Don't forget to update the version number. We don't. Do we need to do that? We don't. And the reason why is version 1 won't have these in it. Yeah. I don't know. There's not really any kind of format change here, right? Like the only time you would need to bump the version number is if a newer version of the game would not be able to load the old file without knowing that it's version 1. And that's not really the case here because version 1 is automatically compatible with version 2 for this particular thing. Okay. So we're going to start doing this. Why is this open? Get rid of that. Oh, is it level set catalog? Okay. So we've got this level set, and we're going to say we have this thing called overworld return info, and we're just going to say triggering level index So this is just an integer, but we're going to make it an array of these structs because we anticipate putting more in here, right? So okay. So we have this return info. Now, well, when we load the thing, we say consume next line. All right, so if line and line sub 0 is one of these, I like putting parentheses sometimes. All right. So if the first line is a star, we do a thing. Otherwise, it's a level name. Okay. Well, we'll say right, and then so like here, if you put one as the first line, of course, it's like, well, that's kind of an error. I guess we should say that. Okay, otherwise we do this and we say could check whether, it's not really incomplete, it's robustness. Like if we do 2 of these in a row, we are stomping one with another, etc. Like who knows if you put multiple. We're just going to leave that for now. So we're going to add that and set the triggering index, and that's all fine. So right now, if I do this, we're not actually, I keep missing. We're not actually using this information. So I should just be able to play as normal. Like we'll boot to this first level. And if I solve it, we just go to the second level, right? Because it skipped the asterisk, right? That's warrior and wizard. So if we go to the level set, warrior and wizard. Okay, so cool. We correctly noticed this, and etc. So now we're going to say command name is advance line comma 1, right? Skip the star. Command name is choice, else it's fine. We know what this is. Otherwise, log print. Oh, wait. I shouldn't be doing this. We actually have this text file handler. Well, that's what we're using to read the file. And through there, we have this error function that already says the line number and all this stuff. So we should say error handler. Yeah. And it already has the things. Okay, that's better. Great. We don't even have to say error. So it says the file in line and all these things, right? Okay. So we could test that. We could go actually don't want to break any of these groups. You could say the weasel command which is the command to detect people giving weird rationalizations for why they're misleading people. Okay. So error at line 19, attempt to use the command weasel. It has no meaning. Oh, did I just copy pasta that? Yeah, okay, sorry. Sorry, I thought I'd changed the message. This is why you don't do advanced things starting at 11 p.m. All right, attempt to use the command whatever as the first level name. No, that's not what this one is. This is unknown asterisk command whatever, comma, command name. Okay. All right. So that's great. Am I not scared someone will make a compiler and copy all the game's code? No, anybody who could do that would be much better served doing their own thing. That is so much work, you have no idea. And the game is 100,000 lines. And the compiler is 50,000 lines. Like, I guarantee not that much of it percentage-wise if either of them has been shown on stream. It's 150,000 lines, guys. Yeah, not to mention all the art. Yeah, like, it just, no. And then plus, if you do that, it's copyright infringement and we can sue you. So like, it's a very non-trivial undertaking, and anyone who can do that, it's just, why not make your own game instead of putting all that effort into that? Okay. So well, now we're just gonna do the logic about whether we leave the level. So we have this advanced level. Okay. So here, so we say get next level. I guess all of this. I could build in the checking at the beginning of this function, or it could be whoever calls this. Sometimes it's not totally clear, because sometimes, okay, this is being called, for example, by tools and stuff. Testing, right? So this is really the only one, so we probably really want to put it there. Get rid of these. Okay. So what we want to do is So here we look up our set and all this stuff. Okay. Check to see whether the level set wants us to do something special. If not, just keep going. So we're going to say, what did we call those things? Return info is find return info new set whatever currently index. We can call it current level index just for clarity. All right. If return info, we're going to do something, right? Okay. I want to get rid of these because they're not that many. Okay. Let's just write this. So it's probably going to be an error, but we'll typecast it. Okay, so so that's all that is. And we're probably going to get an int test 32. Whoops, I said bool okay. I was programming in the wrong language a while ago. Yeah, int s32. Oh, whoops. Can't get rid of those. All right. So if we get this return info, Like, who did this, dude? I don't... This seems overly complicated. Oh, God, I'm putting this in the wrong place. This level name is not our current level name. This is when we get a target. Whoops. The case that we actually want is down here. Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Fine. This goes here. Bam. Okay. I thought... Where was advanced level again? Do we even call this from here? Probably not, because we're getting the actual... Okay. We might be calling it with delta of 0. Return info says... I mean, we could just do this, right? I mean, we could say overworld no victory for now. I mean, we could make a different one. Or let's just say I don't even remember what this was. We have a new one. Okay. So what we're going to do here is say overworld what did I just call it? Due to command. I don't think I actually need to set these other things. Oh, no, I do. Why did I do that? Emacs is going to hose me. You knew it. You knew it was going to happen. Okay. Okay. So, here, we just don't even do this. We say overworld due to command. This calls return to overworld. We could put some more parameters here. You know, it's fine. It's all good. What is that parameter? Due to level completion. You can put it true. Yeah, I mean, we just call this to switch to overworld sometimes, so I don't know. I don't know that it's really worth getting too silly about it. It's weird because, like, we sort of detect like this get next level is probably what, yeah, this decides to send you to the overworld. It's like, it's a little more convoluted than it should be. Like this check really probably should be here. Whatever. We're not, we could straighten it out later. We don't want new set here. We want current level set. We have that in the context. Dude, I forgot. I forgot that was in the context. All right, finally. Finally, we are here. We are here. Okay. We're going to go here. Oh, this is the first level. And we're just going to win it by cheating. It's fine. And I think it worked. I think it's sending us back to the overworld. It's loading and crunching the assets, and this is a debug build. Yeah. So I think we're basically done with that. What I don't know is why we are here. I thought that it was supposed to put us in the right place. So like if I go here, and I go forward 2 levels, we hit a level with graphics again. All right, and then I say exit to overworld. Should put me like up 2 from where I was, if that's how the yeah. No, don't water me. How do I prevent you from watering me? Anyway. This is great. So well, now what? Let's try it again. And make sure that I could use the brackets to cursor through the level, because we don't want to do that while people are just like editing and stuff. And then I think we do a release build and make sure we can Benny test still. Okay, there we go. I just cursored past it. We're fine. But if I choose to solve it, then we'll go back to the overworld. Okay, so now that's actually the right place, right? I mean, we died, but that's because in theory we shouldn't have been able to exit there. Yeah, so that was the right place. So the question for me is, why we didn't go there the first time. Maybe I have to set something. So source level name. I mean, we really should pass that in. So the reason why I think that didn't actually work was because this probably wants active hero. Yeah, there wasn't an active hero actually, because I hadn't been on the overworld yet. And that's why it worked the second time. That's my story. In fact, it should work from now on. Let's make a release build for a second. This is not a good place because of that death thing there. This is not a good place to put this. So we're going to put it here after heroes 1, 2. Thanks for the happy birthday wishes. I'm actually going to die. Oh no, I'm not. This is weird. So now it should send me back to the overworld. So I just need to make this a little bit more robust to testing and stuff. So like if I run it now, I think it won't work the first time because again, we don't have an active hero. Let's verify that. So no active hero is the sequel to No More Heroes. Oh wait, they made a sequel to No More Heroes. You have the same birthday. Well, that's good. Happy birthday with your same birthday. Who would have thought that more than one person could have the same birthday? What are the odds of that? That out of all the 7 billion people in the world, somebody has the same birthday as you? It didn't say it. What the hell? What the hell is going on? Just want to make sure we don't pass a wacky name. Put hero at 6690. Oh, is this actually Heroes 1 2? Like, was it working correctly? I think it is, because Heroes 1 1 is placed way away from that. Yeah, okay, this is 1 1. This is 1 2. I'm a goofball. Okay, so if I go here, put the lotion on its skin. Or it gets the hose again. We go there. Yeah? Okay, great. This is all good. Kind of still not sure why it wasn't working initially. And it probably again does have to do with okay. So, yeah. Yeah. We're just going to run that one more time, but that's going to work fine. There is no such thing as 100% chance of two people having the same birthday because one of them could be an alien from the 18th dimension in the future. Wait, was that me hammering on the keyboard? Buffered? I think it was. Not hammering on the keyboard. Hey, okay, great. So now we do a release build, and we're just going to run a Benny test because we ain't done one of those in a while. And then we check it in. And that's just our little thing that we did today. Our extra little midnight thing while the signifier was still updating. Any birthday snacks? I had snacks. On stream I had a half of a chewy marshmallow bar, but too much food today. I feel like we should try to publish in the how-tos for the language or something a little more of the stuff that we're doing in the game. Because I think there's probably some stuff that doesn't make its way into the examples. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We're just expanding over time. We did a lot of documentationings for this last beta. If you go to the changelog, we did all these, some of them on stream, and that was pretty good. if I can just write at least one per beta, which is hard because sometimes I just need to get a lot of bug fixes out. In fact, these couple of betas didn't have one. That one did. Well, we made up for it by doing 4. If I could just add one once in a while, it'll be good. It's a good pace. Well, I think we're just chilling until this Benny test finishes. Anything anyone wants to know? Questions? Questions? Do a documentation how-to at the beginning of every Wednesday stream, or will that make you not want to stream on Wednesdays anymore? I don't, I just gotta be me and do things according to my own schedule. And being too rigid about things like that makes me not. It's not the best way for me to work. Especially since I'm moving around between cities all the time now. Am I happy with the beta feedback? I mean, I don't like people ask me that kind of question and I don't quite know what it means. Like it's not like that. It's like I'm not doing the beta in order for people to say nice comments or whatever, right? I'm doing it so we can figure out what the problems are and what we need to fix. And as you can see, there are things that we need to fix. And, figure out what people don't understand. Like, it's not like, do I enjoy I almost don't know, like it's work, man, right? It's like, it's a great deal of work that I have to crank through. It's not a matter of enjoying the things people say about the beta. You know what I mean? It's just different. And plus, look, you can't, groups like this are a self-selecting thing. So you might say, oh, I will know if my language is good if a lot of people say they really like it and also, use it or whatever. But you can't gauge by that, right? Because first of all, people who don't like the language are the most likely thing is they self-select quietly out of the group and don't say anything because they're not into it or whatever, right? So absence of negative feedback, first of all, doesn't mean that you didn't do something wrong. All right. Now, secondly, presence of negative feedback also doesn't mean that you did something wrong. Or absence doesn't mean you didn't do something wrong, and presence doesn't mean you did do something wrong, because I'm making a relatively opinionated thing, and if somebody shows up at this language and wants C++ or C#, it's like, no, this is a different thing, right? Or if they want Lua, it's like, no, right? And so if somebody says, I want this particular thing to be more like Lua, and I'm just like, no. And then they say, oh, well, I don't think that's a good of your language then because blah, blah, blah. That's negative feedback that doesn't really mean anything's wrong. Now, I haven't really gotten negative feedback like that, I don't think. But I'm just using it to illustrate it's like a game. Like when I'm designing a game, I'm doing it based on an inner compass of what I think is the right thing to do. And then I use playtests as a reality check about how well that's working, right? And so I'm treating the beta that way as well. Like, hey, are people able to write programs in this, right? Do the features work as planned, and all sorts of things. And then, once in a while we do like, hey, everybody, let's have a little discussion. Like, which way should this feature go, right? We do that a little bit, but it's really not the majority. Almost all of it is just me working hard behind the scenes to like make all the progress happen. Since you don't have destructors, would something similar be possible? Yes, you just use defer. Every language has defer in the past 20 zillion years. You don't. Constructors are a very convoluted way. If you want to do something at the close of the scope, isn't it more straightforward to say, I just want to do this thing at the close of the scope? Why do you have to have like a class? That doesn't make any sense. Just say, do this at the close of the scope. Yeah, like feedback is at differing levels of quality from different levels. Like some people have done a lot more programming in this language than others, right? And so people who have spent more time with it understand it better, right? And whatnot. Other people don't, right? And so that's already like varying levels of feedback. And then how much or varying levels of feedback quality, like how experienced is a programmer versus not. And then you also have to take into account this language is not really being catered toward more beginning programmers, and the fact that it's in closed beta and thus isn't fully documented and there isn't like a reference manual and stuff also makes it harder for newer programmers to pick up, right? And so that's just like that could lead to people being confused or whatever, or not knowing how to do certain things. But that's the kind of thing that naturally gets worked out in time. I mean, well, it wouldn't if you were like LLVM developers or something and didn't take documentation seriously, but I do. So that's the kind of thing that just naturally gets worked out over time. Like just it's a weird thing where there's something about a lot of people today. Maybe this is like a millennial thing versus Gen X or something. Or maybe it's just my personality, but I really don't think of things in the same way as when people say, are you getting good feedback or whatever, right? It doesn't make sense to me. But I get that question a lot, right? Maybe I should start asking the age of people who ask that question so I can pin down if it's a generational thing. God bless me for documenting things so well. I mean, okay, look, I think the documentation in the how-tos is pretty high quality especially compared to open source documentation, but it is very far from complete right now. And so that kind of makes it lower quality because it really doesn't cover everything. So it'll increase in quality as it gets more coverage. It's still better than LLVM or Harfbuzz. Good as in useful, perhaps? Sure, but like the vast majority of the correspondence is like someone reporting a bug and then me fixing the bug, right? So, is that good? I mean, I guess so, but like I said, it's work. It's like the work of finishing the compiler. You always assumed good feedback was synonymous with constructive or helpful. Maybe, but that doesn't make sense to me, right? Because like, let's say let's say that what I just said, hey, the vast majority of the correspondence is people reporting bugs, and then I fix the bug and tell them that the bug's fixed. You might say that's good because it means um, that progress is happening, and that is true. But it's also bad because the more of those that happen means the worse that the code quality was. You know what I'm saying? Like, so number of bug reports is not positively correlated with quality. So it's good feedback, but it's not good feedback, right? It's just the work that you have to do. And then part of that work is having an eye on the meta situation and saying, are these bugs reasonable? Did I expect to have this level of this kind of bug, or is this indicative of some kind of deficiency somewhere in the system, and so forth, right? It's just not, it doesn't boil down into a simple thing. You believe that the difference between defer and a destructor is that if you return a value, the destructor does not get run before you stop returning it. What do you mean by stop returning it? If you return a value, the destructor does not get run before you stop return. What? I think you may be talking about a very C++ specific issue or something. You think good feedback means deep or well thought out as opposed to I don't like this or I like this. Okay. Yeah, that's a different interpretation. That one does make more sense to me. Um, but it's still weird in some ways. Like, okay, like first of all, I mean, this is a serious programming language, right? It's a C++ replacement language, which is big, complicated. It has a lot of features. People on the beta are doing this in their spare time usually because they have jobs or whatever, right? Not always, probably. I don't know. We've got a lot of people on the beta. There's probably some people with lots of time, but you know, it it takes hours and hours and hours, like a long, like how long do you need to program non-trivial things in C++? Pick an earlier C++ that was much simpler than today, like C++ 11. How long do you have to program at that before you can become like a little bit of like the wise wizard who really knows how to do things in C++? I mean, the answer has got to be at least 3 years, right? It's hard to imagine it being less than that. And even 3 years is not that much if you're not like really doing the right things during that time. And so, you know, we've been running this closed beta for less than a year with people on it part time. So, like, to get to that level of like people really getting it, it just is not going to happen this fast, right? And the language is changing a little bit, right? So it's a moving to, I guess C++ is changing too. Okay, so that all ran. It's about how many things we expected. So I think that feature is donezo until someone complains to me that it doesn't work for some reason. We're just going to revert that. Do we support inline assembly? We do not currently. It is in the plan. Why did it fail? What happened? Why is my window forcibly under? I have to update. Bro! Not while my network connection is being eaten by the game. Yeah, so we definitely want to do inline assembly. It's just a significant amount of work. You had lots of time when you first got on the beta, but have much less now, unfortunately. Yeah, that's totally predictable as well, right? Like, life goes, and people enter situations of having leisure time, and they exit them, and all that, right? And so, you know, I think the beta is going very well. Like, what are the ways that a programming language could go badly? Um, Maybe people start out using it, or people download it and then you never hear from them again, right? Or they use it for a little bit and then they just stop and you don't know why. You don't know if it's because they're busy or because they don't like the language or because the language sucks or whatever. So none of that happened. Like, people are using it, right? Um, not 100% of the beta. Well, I don't exactly know what percentage of the beta users are like actively currently using it. Just like a video game or something or an online service, you expect some percentage of people to just sort of, I'm a little busy for this, and maybe they play around with it a little bit, and then they just sort of, uh, you know, disappear, right? That probably has happened, but um, I don't know. The percentage of people has happened with is not like dominating, right? Like, there's still plenty of people who are active and giving me new bug reports and new just talking on the Discord and all that, right? So that's good. So that's one way that it's gone well. Um, People seem to be doing non-trivial stuff, both in terms of size of programs. So I got a bug report yesterday or the day before that was from a full game. It sure looked like someone was building a full game engine, right? So that was cool. And then I got some bug reports today that were from someone who was pushing polymorphism really hard, which is cool, right? So that's two different dimensions of people doing interesting things, like building bigger, more ambitious things, and just using the features of the language, right? So those are both good. Um, what other ways could it go badly that is not happening? Um, I don't know. Like, I could just think of different variants, like of people bouncing off it, like people trying your language and saying, "Well, this I like C++ better," or something, right? And that hasn't really happened, or nobody's verbalized that. Um, who knows? People might not say that kind of thing directly, though, like I was saying before. But like, enough people, like, we didn't have a very big beta. Like, prior to yesterday, we had only 20 people had ever gotten beta versions of the game or of the compiler. Um, and to have an active community still working when you only ever gave out 20 beta invites is pretty good. like like that's pretty good. It did get quiet actually earlier than that. Like, through April we only had like 10, and that got pretty quiet toward the end. But once we upped it to 20, it wasn't really that quiet. um, and now it'll be even less quiet, right? So, can people with beta access stream or share their code? Yeah, no, I mean, it's people can do whatever they want with regard to streaming, or there's GitHub repositories with some code in it, right? They just can't redistribute the compiler. Didn't expect that people would be making engines on it already. Well, I mean, engines take time, and I'm sure this one's very early. But yeah, people are doing stuff. Did I expand the closed beta? Yeah, we're up to probably about 40 people, a little more than 40 now. Any companies interested? I mean, there are individuals from lots of companies who are interested. And yeah. How am I selecting beta testers? I select them by just people who I think, so A, have enough uh, experience that they're going to push the language in some way. Like if I add a bunch of, like having some relatively beginner programmers is probably good. But if we skew heavily that way, it's maybe not that useful because they won't be pushing the features of the language that hard. They won't be building bigger, ambitious things with it, right? And like I said, this language is not necessarily catering toward people who are super beginnery. So, I don't want to like have too much of that. But the 80-20 rule means most people who want to try it are going to be beginner programmers, right? And so I'm trying to skew away from that for now so that, the I want a small, relatively advanced, high density community of people doing stuff. Should you normalize? What does that mean? The word normalize could mean a lot of different things in different contexts. Am I planning to expand the private beta again, or will the next step be open beta? Um, I'm not sure. I honestly haven't thought ahead. Um, wow, man, these frickin' sound banks. They're big. Let me pause the Steam download and see if that helps. Um, it's not going to be done tonight anyway. I should have just updated the source. What was the question? Oh, what's the beta? Probably the next step will not be open beta yet. Honestly, I just have too much going on right now to manage an open beta yet. But and some features are not quite fully baked. So there'll be at least one more closed beta step after this. There might be a few, but even if the beta is closed, that doesn't mean it's necessarily small, right? Like so far I've been doubling the size every time. I don't know if we'll keep that up, but it doesn't take that many doublings to get big. Is polymorphism crucial in a language? I mean, if it's a modern language that's trying to be relatively high level, I would say you need something that plays that role. Can beta members record videos? Sure, yeah, it's totally fine. Yeah, we don't. People could do whatever they want as long as they don't do anything illegal or against our very simple agreement of just please don't give it out yet. Oh, come on. I left a no check-in, really? Oh, yeah. These. Duh. Let's make sure I didn't break it. All right. There we go. Okay, everybody. I think it's nighttime for me. Thanks for coming by. We will play this Signifier game later on, and we'll probably play some of the Breaky Blocks game on another computer sometime that is faster than this laptop. Let's see if we could find somebody to raid on who is doing science and technology. Is anyone out there doing science or technology? Yeah, update drop to 4 gigs. Dude, I don't understand this at all. Is that a bug? Is it going to finish updating and then it won't work? I don't know. Making an MMO from scratch? Oh, we did that before. Setting up first level? Oh, we did that before. In details, Insignia. Wait, is this his first game? Is he back doing his actual game? Or is this the iOS game? We could go here.
DI for short. Big Smash Brothers now.
I'm only going to raid him because it looks like it's his main game. How does package management work? It doesn't. I think all of that's garbage. All right, thank you everybody for coming by, and I will see you later on.
Scares me. A future where we have